Mr. Anthony Yard, Lions in the camp, Beast in the East. Don't forget to subscribe to Bwtm Sports. Lions in the camp, Lions in the camp.
Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Bwtm Sports. If you haven't subscribed already, as the light heavyweight champ says, please do subscribe, Anthony Yard. So, tonight's video is going to be very interesting. First of all, I want to do some housekeeping, meaning just talk about a few things, Bwtm, important information. It's your responsibility as Bwtm supporters, long-time watchers and viewers, that when you see stuff on this channel and you get exclusive interviews or exclusive information that no other channel has had, it's important that you note it. If it's been plagiarized, if it's been seen on other channels without giving credit, it's your responsibility to call out on it. And I'll tell you why. Because this is as much your channel as it is my channel, right? And there's a lot of fraud journalists out there, people that take information off YouTube and then say that they are presenting information to you under bogus names and even more bogus copy and paste information, okay? So when you listen to this information from these people and you know it's not coming from the horse's mouth, please do ask the question, where are you getting your information from? So many times people ask me about source, but these people that come out with this information never get questions about source, but I'll always get questions about source. We've been doing this for over 10 years. So that leads me to my next point. We've been doing this for over 10 years now, okay? And there's a back catalogue of interviews that people are really not aware of. I was stunned because I don't talk about it, right? When I was back in the day out doing interviews all the time, we've done interviews with Keith Thurman, Deontay Wilder, Terence Crawford, Bwtm, Bivol, Alexander Usyk, Muhammad Ali's brother. There's so Julius Jackson, Abel Sanchez, Derek James, Edgar Berlanga, Evander Holyfield. The list goes on and on and on and on. Tyson Fury, Peter Fury, Dave Allen, Hughie Fury, Eddie Chambers, James Ali Bashir, and the list can go on and on and on of fighters. Female fighters, Jessica McCaskill, Ava Knight, Lucia Riker. Again, it can go on and on and on and on of fighters. I could keep going on about fighters that have been on this channel, all right? So please, if you want to find that information, just type in Bwtm interviews, right? And you can check the channel. On the playlist, go down the playlist, you'll see Bwtm Bayloric TV interviews, all right? And there's loads of interviews dating back 2015, 2014, 2013, 2018, 2019. You get to see all the interviews that are there, yeah? And a lot of the interviews, almost 10 years ago, I did the interview with James Ali Bashir, Uncle James Ali Bashir, about the Klitschko camp. The Klitschko camp, which Tyson Fury was in, which Dillian White was in, which Anthony Joshua was in, which Big Baby Miller was in, which Deontay Wilder got knocked down in. It was on this channel that interview came out on, 2013. So all these people that come out with all this information now, ask them where they're getting the sources from. You can't even one place that source came from. The original source, 2013. Go and do research, check it out. And those interviews I did with Tyson Fury, some of them were done by Skype. Before people started doing interviews with Skype, Tyson called in. Keith Durwood called in this Skype. Call my house when I was in the Caribbean and call for interviews. So this ain't no, I have to make it clear. You understand? Just because I'm not out there now running around, I don't want to do that. I'm not interested in that no more. I had that phase of my life. That's gone now. Yeah. And if I really want to get an interview with somebody, I will do the necessary or the needful, as they say. So I want to make that clear. So do check it out. Check out between BWTM online and BWTM. I tell you what you should do. Let's get this up for you.
Shine through the stars. Shine through the stars.
Sorry about that. Okay. Well, that was random. So good evening. Big up Ingram. It says here, Bivol is a threat. We'll talk about the Garcia fight. We'll talk about both fights in a minute. Let me just, I was going to do something for you. Yeah, I was going to write down where to look, check the information out. Let me just get the comments up here for you. So I would advise you all to check out, that's the website, all right? BWTM Online. If you want to check out any interviews, of course, you might, the Bayloric TV interviews, right? That's going back. Bayloric TV interviews. So you can check out, you see all the interviews there. I've even got interviews with Glenn McCrory as well. The Glenn McCrory one's pretty decent, right? Really in-depth interviews. So check them out. Yeah, check them out. Sean, Kenny Porter's been on the channel as well. Yes, lots of interviews there, loads of interviews. So I just wanted to make that clear for people who were not aware, but now you know. Okay, so let's get on with the evening and let's get on with the boxing talk. 2 fights, both fights for me have potential upsets. There are some fights you look at in boxing and go, nah, you should win that fight easy. And then there are other fights you think, you know what? This fight might not go as planned. I want to talk first about Canelo, right? So there's a story that's come out. And the story says that Canelo Alvarez has agreed that this fight will not be at catchweight for the light heavyweight championship of the world. And Bivol could come in at any weight he wants. Personally, that for me is an absolute load of absolute rubbish. Canelo can't step to Bivol in the same way he could step to Billy Joe Saunders, Callum Smith, and all the rest of the guys. This guy, for me, I believe Bivol is the best light heavyweight in the world. People will say to me, Bwtm, but as far as I'm concerned, I saw the Callum Johnson fight. Callum Johnson put him on the back foot, and when he landed, and this is a Callum Johnson who fought for a year and had lacked in fitness. And this is a guy that backed Bwtm up and dropped him hard. Yeah? And Bwtm showed that he cannot fight off the back foot. He's great coming forward, punch power coming forward, but Bivol is far more adaptable. He can fight going forward, he can fight off the back foot, he can go lateral movement, he can jab, and he can fight. He can fight inside the pocket, he can fight outside. This guy is all round. And if you look at the opposition that he has fought, from Joe Smith to Isaac Chilembe, you go through the list of fighters he's fought. He's fought the who's who of the light heavyweight division and won. I always think that Craig Richards fight, but I don't think that's a fight that could motivate anybody. And he still got the win against Craig Richards. And people knock Craig Richards. I think Craig Richards is a decent fighter. He's going to show that against Joshua Bwtm. So he beat Bwtm, but I think he puts in a good performance against Bwtm. But we're not here to talk about that. So I think, for me, they've spun it. What I think Bivol has said is, if you want this fight to go ahead, if you want to fight me for the light heavyweight championship of the world, you will fight me at my weight, at the given weight. I'm not losing weight for you. I may have said I'll come down to super middleweight to fight you. That was dead. How many ever years ago I said that? Now, I'm the light heavyweight king. You're coming to my division, And you're not going to come and tell me to lose weight and fight at catch weight or fight. Because when you drain me of my energy, you drain me of my strength. This is a genuine fight. This is a fight I believe that Canelo can lose. This is genuine. This is probably the most serious fight that Canelo has been in for me since the Floyd Mayweather fight. It's got a guy now that is equally strong, you know, can box, unbeaten, and is a significant threat. If you look at the work that Bivol has put out there, he's put a tremendous amount of work out there, right? You look at his CV. They may say, well, Bivol's he's a little older now, not that much older. I believe Bivol has a good chance. Now, let's take you back to the fight he had against completely washed Kovalev. And Kovalev had a jab on Canelo, just a jab. And Canelo could not get past that jab. And just a jab alone, Canelo was having problems with against Kovalev. And Kovalev was out boxing Canelo. So let's remind you of that. Right? It's one thing marching forward and doing all that stuff and looking great against guys who can't box, or guys who are scared of you, or guys who are in there for a payday. Bivol doesn't have to fight Canelo. Understand? He doesn't have to fight Canelo. This guy Bivol here is his own boss. You understand? So I think what's happened is Bivol has said, nah, I'm not losing weight. I'm coming and fighting it this way. And because he said it that way, I believe what's happened is that Canelo and his team, Canelo and his team have said, well, damn, we can't pull out of this fight. Can't pull out of this fight. Let's go ahead with this fight. Let's go ahead with this fight. So then it says, Canelo agrees. Huh? Canelo agrees. So it makes it look like Canelo is a good guy. And how they spin this is, if Canelo loses, then they'll say, oh, well, you know, Bivol came in too heavy. See, they've already set that in motion. That if Canelo loses, it's because Bivol's a heavier guy. They've already set and painted the picture there for that. So that's the story there. Hi. Is there an aura about Canelo that makes fighters like Kovalev suddenly fight differently? I worry Bivol will do the same. No. Don't believe it. Bivol too experienced. His pedigree in the amateurs, his professional achievements, and Bivol has fought Joe Smith, and he's had countless of very good fights. It's not like Billy Joe Saunders we're talking here, or Callum Smith, right? This guy is bona fide. You know what I mean? Bona fide, legit. For me, number one in the light heavyweight division, legit. And this, for me, has every making for Bivol's coming out party. This could be Bivol's coming out party. I'm telling you. Picked the wrong man. Should not have fought Bivol. He should have gone and fought. To be honest, I'm a Charlo man. He should have gone for Charlo. Canelo should have gone for Charlo. And I'll tell you why he should have gone for Charlo. Because big Charlo ain't fighting no one. He's not fighting anyone of consequence. And every time he doesn't fight anyone of consequence, his skill set doesn't improve. He becomes, and this is a fighter that I like a lot, you become deluded into believing that the level of opposition you're fighting is good enough to beat a guy who's fighting levels above you. That's how Canelo catches a lot of these guys out. These guys are not fighting themselves. They're not fighting against the best around them. They're waiting for Canelo, but they're not improving themselves as fighters. They're not fighting the best possible fighters out there. So therefore, they're fighting these mediocre fighters waiting for the payday. But they don't get the payday, but they're going to get a beating as well because they're not prepared for that next step up. You should be fighting guys like, for me, if you're going to fight Canelo, if you're serious about fighting Canelo, then I would have you go and fight a guy like Joe Smith, light heavyweight. Why? Because when you fight Canelo, you're not going to have those terms on your side. You understand? So Canelo, if you're serious about Canelo, then you need to be fighting guys that back in the day, when you know certain guys were prepared to fight certain guys, they would have stepping stone fights that would prepare them for that. Lennox Lewis was prepared to fight Mike Tyson. Who did he go and fight? Ray Mercer. Ray Mercer, shirt, squat, gonna bring pressure, put the pressure on, big puncher, has a good chin. So he used Ray Mercer as preparation for Mike Tyson. Yeah? So you fight guys that are ready for that, you prepare you, or similar type opponents. I'm not saying Ray Mercer's like Mike Tyson, but in terms of the aggression, the intensity, the punches that are going to be coming, and Ray Mercer was going to keep that pressure on Lennox. That would be like fighting a Mike Tyson, particularly a Mike Tyson at that time. Lennox was using Ray Mercer, and Ray Mercer gave him that work, and I thought Ray Mercer beat him that night. So neither here nor there. Okay, so I am looking for the upset for Bivol versus Canelo. I want to see how he looks on the scales, but he looks strong, very strong, ready to go, Bivol. So, and in the training I've seen of him. So that's Bivol. And in Canelo. Second thing is Garcia versus TAGOE. This is a very interesting fight for a number of reasons. We know that Garcia and De La Hoya have not seen eye to eye on a number of occasions. We know that Garcia's been off the boil. We know that Garcia has not been in the Canelo camp and dedicated in the Canelo camp. They say he's refocused under Joe Goosen. Now, I don't know if that's a PR thing or not, but I'll tell you this much. Boxing promoters and management can be the most vindictive of people. The way to show somebody that they're not dedicated enough is by sticking them in a ring with a guy that you know can beat them. If not beat them, give them the sort of test that makes them wake up. Yeah? This TAGOE guy could go one of two ways, right? It could go, Garcia goes out there, and the way TAGOE fights, he leaves his left hand. Leaves his right hand low when he's throwing punches, yeah? So he leaves this side open, and he's prime for a Garcia sharp left hook. So he's prime for that. But Garcia fights with his chin up in the air. So he's prime to get hit with shots. Now, I haven't seen what Garcia looks like since he's been with Joe Goosen and he's been out for 15 months, whether he actually has been improving his game or he's been bumming around or whatever he's been doing. I don't know what he's been doing. So, you know, before anyone quotes me and said he's bumming around, I know that it was reported that he had some mental health issues, and if that's the case, I hope he's fully recovered before he gets back in the ring. Mental health is not something to play with at any time, let alone going into a boxing ring where 90% of your what you're doing is mental. Your preparation, focus to fighting someone, your nerves, controlling your nerves, having tunnel vision, blocking everything out that's a distraction. All those things are important, see? So mental health is, your mental health has to be on point when you're into any elite sport. So I don't know if TAGOE, are we looking at Oscar De La Hoya versus Ike Corte all over again? Because TAGOE's got a nasty right hand on him, yeah? If that clips Garcia, that can knock Garcia out. That right hand he's got there, that can knock Ryan Garcia out. That right hand, eh? And Garcia is one of them guys, from what I see of him, in and out of boxing, he's one of them guys, the way I'm looking at him, is a guy any given night, because of his frailties, it doesn't have to be a big name that beats him. He's one of them guys that'll get beat before he fights a big name. Because he was there for the taking against Luke Campbell. But Luke Campbell, for the second fight in a row, was signing autographs. He was signing autographs when he fought Lomachenko, when he hurt Lomachenko, and he was signing autographs when he fought Ryan Garcia. So Ryan Garcia signed the autograph for him in the liver and dropped him and finished the fight off. So that's the way I kind of see things. Brother Bwtm, how you doing, brother? I hope all is well. So yeah, I see this is one of two ways this fight's going to go. Shout out to Emmanuel TAGOE from Ghana. Shout out to Ghana Boxing. Shout out to you all. Fight can go one of two ways. We either have like an Oscar De La Hoya type of fight, with Ike Corte, because there's no way TAGOE is just going to come and just lay down for Garcia like that. There'll have to be a beautiful left hook, and he is made for that left hook. He is designed for that left hook, but he has been unbeaten for a long while. He's coming to fight. All that stuff I see with Ryan Garcia as well, I'm ready to fight. Is that nervous energy? Is that because he's been out of boxing for 15 months and he's not got the sort of play and the sort of interest that people want to see? So therefore, they've got to drum up a bit more interest to make it look like they're going to go to blows for viewership. Is it that? I don't know. But we're going to know on the night whether TAGOE is there to teach Ryan Garcia a hard lesson in boxing or is a blowout job. Yeah? But if Ryan Garcia's got his chin up in the air and comes out and he hasn't made the adjustments and he's regressed over those 2 years, and you can regress because you're not progressed, huh? Expect a TAGOE upset, huh? Because when them guys from Africa come over, there's two objectives with them. Either they're there for the payday and just to fall over, or they're just gonna tuck up all night long. Joshua Clottey, when he fought Pacquiao, but Clottey was tough and strong and durable. But what he threw back wasn't much. Or he's going to be a situation where you've got Ike Corte from Ghana as well. Clottey was from Ghana, and so is Ike Corte, and so is Isaac Dogbe. So that's three Ghanaians already there. Alfred Cote, another Ghanaian, top fighter. Of course, the professor, Azuma Nelson, top fighter. Now, Ike Corte was a good fighter himself, right? Knocked De La Hoya down, I believe, once or twice in that fight. Great fight. I've watched that fight so many times. If you want to watch a fight, exciting fight, Oscar De La Hoya, Ike Corte, yeah? So it was a really good fight. And he kind of fights TAGOE. He's got that sort of Ike Corte type of style where he's there to be hit, but he's got that big booming right hand, yeah? De La Hoya, thinking about the third round, could be wrong. De La Hoya comes out and he lands the big left hook, which he's famed for, drops Corte. And De La Hoya goes to the corner, right, early night now, because Corte's dangerous, right? He's got to be, and Corte's gone down. De La Hoya's gone to his corner. De La Hoya's then come out to go for him, and De La Hoya's got dropped. Huh? I think it's either that round De La Hoya gets dropped, that same round De La Hoya gets dropped, or next round De La Hoya gets dropped. But it's a great fight to go and watch. So if Ryan Garcia is in a tough fight, that's good for him. But let's hope it's not a tough fight with TAGOE landing that big right hand on him and being put in there to teach him a lesson about boxing, because De La Hoya is that kind of man that would allow that to happen. He's the kind of man that would say, hey, you have to learn. Because in the press conference, De La Hoya was talking about Ryan Garcia, and the way his body language was and the way he was talking, I know De La Hoya is sometimes on something, but when De La Hoya was talking, he just was doing what a promoter's meant to do. But he did not come across to me like a guy that was passionate about Ryan Garcia. He seemed to me like a guy who was fed up with Ryan Garcia, but was just trying to be professional. That's the way I saw it. I could be completely wrong on saying this, but that's the impression I got. You know, what can I say about Ryan Garcia? He was saying, what can I say about Ryan Garcia? You know, he's unbeaten, he's this, he's that, and we were talking crap about his Instagram page. You know, everyone wants that Instagram page because it brings followers and all that stuff. But anyway, so my thoughts, that's on Ryan Garcia and TAGOE. My thoughts on Bwtm and Canelo. Okay. So my thoughts on those two things there. Let me get the hell out of here. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Let me see if I can end this again with. I think I should end it again with. I think I should end tonight with the light heavyweight champ. Commonwealth champion of the light heavyweight division. Yeah, I think I'll do that. May as well.
Mr. Anthony Yard, Lions in the camp, Beast from the East. Don't forget to subscribe to BWTM Sports. Lions in the camp, Lions in the camp.